The crimson dust of Valora Prime swirled around Captain Jake Morrison as he knelt beside the fallen warrior. The alien woman's violet skin had turned pale, her breathing shallow as purple blood seeped through the gaps in her ceremonial armor. Around them, the sounds of battle echoed across the crystalline canyon, human marines exchanging fire with the insectoid hive swarm that had ambushed their diplomatic convoy. "Stay with me," Jake whispered, though he knew she couldn't understand his words. The warrior's large, luminous eyes fixed on his face with surprising intensity. Her four-fingered hand trembled as she reached for the ornate blade at her side, its metal gleaming with an inner light that seemed almost alive. The weapon was unlike anything Jake had ever seen. Its curved edge appeared to be forged from some kind of living metal that pulsed with soft blue energy. Intricate patterns ran along its length, resembling flowing water or wind made visible. As the warrior's strength faded, she pressed the hilt into Jake's palm with desperate urgency. The moment his fingers closed around the grip, the blade erupted in brilliant azure light. Energy coursed through Jake's body like liquid fire, and suddenly he could understand every word the dying warrior spoke. "The flame of House Kyler must not fall to the swarm," she gasped. You are chosen. Protect my people." Before Jake could respond, a massive hive drone burst through the rocky outcropping above them, its chitinous claws extended and mandibles clicking with hunger. Without conscious thought, Jake raised the alien blade. The weapon moved with perfect balance, as if it had been crafted specifically for his hand. The energy coursing through the metal guided his movements, and he struck with precision that surprised even himself. The drone's body split cleanly in two, its acidic blood hissing as it struck the ground. More hive warriors poured through the breach, but Jake moved like a dancer of death, the blade singing through the air as it carved through their ranks. Each strike felt natural, instinctive, as though he had trained with this weapon his entire life. When the battle ended and the surviving hive forces retreated, Jake found himself surrounded by alien warriors. The Valorians stood in a perfect circle around him, their weapons lowered but their expressions unreadable. Their leader, a tall female with elaborate silver markings across her violet skin, stepped forward. "I am Commander Lyra of House Kylar," she announced, her voice carrying the melodic quality common to her species. "You hold my sister's blade." Jake looked down at the weapon in his hands, still glowing faintly with residual energy. "She gave it to me before she died. Said I was chosen." A ripple of excitement passed through the gathered warriors. Several fell to one knee while others began speaking rapidly in their native tongue. Commander Lyra's eyes widened with what appeared to be shock and something else: hope. "The flame of Kyler has not bonded with an outsider in 3,000 years, she said slowly. "According to our ancient laws, one who can wield a clan blade becomes family. But you are human. Is that a problem?" Jake asked, though he suspected he already knew the answer. Lyra circled him slowly, studying the way the blade responded to his presence. The weapon's glow intensified whenever she drew near, as if recognizing kinship. "Our laws are clear. One who bonds with a clan blade may choose any unmated member of that house as their partner. It is considered the highest honor." Jake felt heat rise in his cheeks as he understood the implication. "You're saying I'm supposed to marry someone?" "Not just someone," Lyra replied with a slight smile. "The blade chooses worthiness. In bonding with you, it has declared you suitable for the clan's highest-ranking members." She paused, meeting his gaze directly. "Including myself." The other warriors began chanting in their musical language, and Jake caught fragments of meaning through the blade's connection. Chosen mate, bond blessed, clan joined. The weapon in his hands pulsed, with warmth as if approving of their words. "This is insane," Jake muttered. "I'm just a human soldier. I don't know anything about your customs or—" "You saved my sister's life honor," Lyra interrupted. "You wielded our most sacred weapon against the hive and protected Valorian warriors with your own body as shield. The blade does not make mistakes in choosing its bearer." Jake stared at the weapon, watching patterns of light dance along its edge. He thought of the dying warrior who had trusted him with her clan's most precious artifact, of the responsibility now resting on his shoulders. The blade hummed softly, and he could almost hear whispers of ancient warriors who had carried it before him. "What happens now?" he asked. Lyra stepped closer, close enough that he could see the intricate patterns tattooed around her eyes. "Now, you must decide. Will you honor the bond the blade has forged, or will you return to your human ships and leave us to face the hive alone?" Jake looked around at the gathered warriors, seeing hope in their alien faces. The blade grew warm in his grip, and he realized that somewhere between picking up the weapon and this moment, his choice had already been made. "I guess I'm staying," he said. The cheers that erupted from the Valorian warriors echoed across the crimson landscape, carrying news of their newfound champion to the stars above.